Alrighty. Good morning, guys. I am really I don't know if I should be blaming my alarm app or just the fact that I am making bad decisions and staying up all night watching Zeldathon, but you know, one or both of those. Um I'm tired. But it is Tuesday morning, so here I am. Artificerilari, gonna be streaming some character quests in Inquisition. Um am I audible here? I can't quite hear myself. Hmm. Anyway. Oh, that would be why. Haha, I'm an idiot. I was muted on my MacBook. We're good. This is what happens when I oversleep and don't have sufficient caffeination time. I'm a mess. Okay, so the first thing I should probably do is... Yeah, I need to empty my inventory, so hold that thought. I've been, basically maining anything but Inquisition lately because this requires me to have access to the TV, which I do not often have. So, I apologize for my incredibly... Oh no, I wanted to keep that. Strip that back at Skyhold. I apologize for my, incredibly weird, inefficient gameplay schedule here, but I'm working on it, I'm sorry. Also, stay tuned on Twitter, because my schedule might get even weirder. Because since it is summer, my housemates are going to be home a lot more. Today is kind of the exception to the rule because one of them has an appointment, so hit up Twitter. My schedule might get weird. I'm hoping not, but can't really predict how this is going to go at the moment. I'm gonna talk to them and see if I can at least, you know, get these going, but like I said, stay tuned. Where was the one? There's the one. Okay. I might as well sell the things here so that by the time I get to...
Welcome again, friend.
Thanks. By the time I get to Skyhold, I can just be like, okay, do the sensible things with the stripping of the things that I want to keep. That was really not a lot of stuff. Okay. Go back to Skyhold. That's not Skyhold. Right, I also have to talk to Cullen so I can do his character quest. Alright. So, plan for this stream. I'm gonna do, the Seeker mission with Cassandra. You go to, I think it's Kaer Bronach. And then maybe I'll start with Sarah. Start with the March in Vashel. Go find the Seekers at Kaer whatever it is. Go hunt down some Red Templar Venatori nonsense with Cullen, and then maybe finish up with whatever minor character missions I've still got. But first, we're gonna run in and strip some stuff. I promise this part won't be particularly long. Gracious. However, there were a couple of things. Blackwall, what do you have? That's a little bit ironic. He has a Darkspawn shield. Did I do that on purpose? That sounds like something I would have done on purpose. Hi, alien! That's, yeah, unfortunately, that is generally a refresh the page thing. I really haven't done anything yet. I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm stripping so far. But yeah, if you hover on a page before sorry. If you end up on a page before before the stream technically starts and then I switch something or start the stream, you tend to need to refresh the page first. So I suspect that was the problem. Okay. So I can get rid of all of these. Cool. 53 plus 20 damage versus dragons. But it's a fire staff, so that's only going to work for some of them. Nothing F5 didn't solve. Good to hear. I usually have Vivienne with the fire staff, but I've got her with the funky thing right now. Oh no, I don't. Shame on me. Oh wait, yes I do. That was wow. I'm not awake. I am not awake. Okay, we're good. Which reminds me though, what do I have Poor Dorian with? 81. I will have to craft him something later. Okay. Get rid. Why is that there? I love the descriptions for some of these. And also, there are times when I read descriptions and just go, oh, I've been mispronouncing that this entire time. This is a common issue with me. But, for example, let's go back here because I was just looking at a bunch of stabs. And that was what reminded me. Looking at this one, the selected one, I always pronounce that death ward, like warding off death, but that's not correct. And this is why I know. If you scroll down to the description, this staff is marked with symbols that loosely translate to ever forward, ever deathward. It was the motto of a Mortalitazi sect that saw popularity during the formative years of the Navaran fascination with death. Its members are said to be the first, though whether in research or in application is lost to history. The Mortalitazi are basically death mages from Navara, which is where Cassandra's from. It's fun asking her about Mortalitazi and things of that nature. It's she's not super pleased with the whole thing. But given she is literally a princess, she would know. Okay, so get rid of that shit that I just stripped the upgrades off of. Yes, English is super weird. Hang on, brain. I read something recently that was basically, if something is a noun, it'll have the emphasis on one syllable or another, whereas if it is I forget if it was a verb or a different. Oh, I didn't sell those. A different part of speech, but it was like, yeah, oh god, but it was also so like, I'm trying to come up with the example that they used. and I can't remember it. Damn. That's gonna bug me. Ooh. That can go. That can go. The Maul of Tacitus. I might have to do that one. That says plus 29 strength. Alright, Bull, you're losing your funky elemental resistances. That's too good to pass up. Also, he's a Reaver, he can handle it. Oh, but that one's area of effect. That's alright. I'll store it. Throw it back over here. I'm probably gonna come up with this, like, way later when I'm not playing anymore, and I'm gonna, like, message you on Discord and be like, Alien, I remember! Tenses and parts of words. Parts of speech and word agreement. Yeah, I honestly... English is weird and stupid, and it's, like... English is a nonsense language, honestly. It, like, It's so weird that English speakers learn all these rules, and yet almost nobody who doesn't study English separately from, you know, just learning to speak grammatically correctly can explain the damn rules. Because there are as many exceptions as there are rules, because English was like, oh, we're a Germanic language. Wait, we're gonna integrate fucking Romance language nonsense. Oh, wait, we're gonna do this other shit. Yeah, we learned the rules without knowing the rules are there. That's a very good way to put it. Okay, now that I'm done with all that shit. Gonna start... Gonna start by making sure that that's... Yeah, 13 I can handle. Okay. So. What's up with the crows? Those are Leliana's ravens. My spy master sends ravens with messages because, I don't know, I guess messenger pigeons are too mainstream. Because, and I mean, on that note, ravens are also much smarter. But, oh, I was going to talk to Cullen, which I can most easily get to by running through Solus's study here. Okay, let's get started here. Let's go talk to Cullen about these Venatori / Red Templars. Yo, ma bro. I can't talk to you from the other side of your desk. That's dumb. There. Oh, right. I have to talk to you about how you're doing first. Then I will talk to you about the Red Templars.
I wanted to thank you.
Yeah, he has to be all broody and gazing out the window.
If there's anything...
I mean, he has
better in my head.
somewhat of a reason.
I trust you're feeling better?
He was all super fucked up with lyrium withdrawal the last time I talked to him.
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Maybe get some sleep. Someday.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am.
Yay.
Never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
He was such a dick in the first 2 games, and I love him so much in Inquisition. I wish we had seen more of his character growth, but there has been so much, and it does somewhat make sense. You just didn't see it.
You're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I appreciate the thought, but I know who I am. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
Well, I've answered with 3 of the 4 answers here, and I don't remember which one I used for Ilari, but Ilari is emotional and like strong heart, weak ankles has been my catchphrase for him. So that might be part of the reason he's also my username. I don't remember which one I did. We'll go there.
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us, on me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet.
Oh
If
no,
there's
he's not
anything
doubting
I
the
can
Inquisition,
do,
trust me.
you have only to ask.
Thanks, Colin. I love what they did with his character in Inquisition. He was such a dick in the first 2 games, oh my god. I mean, that's not fair to him in Origins. He was literally just being tortured. You see him extremely briefly. I didn't even realize that it was the same character the first couple of times I played through Dragon Age 2, and then I went back and went, wait a fucking minute. You're saying you were at the oh god, I forget the name. I'm so tired. Because I'm coming up with Kirkwall, and that's where 2 takes place. But anyway, it's like you were at the circle that my warden saved. Oh shit. No wonder you hate mages. And then he's a wicked dick the entire game. And then he gets over it.
Interrogated gave up the Red Templars' main
Goes
source
against
of
Meredith at
Lyrium,
the end.
Inquisitor. It's located in the Dales, near a town called Sarnia. Destroying the mine there will cripple Samson's operations.
Oh, you're just telling me about the Emprise de Lyon. Cripes.
Excellent work, Commander. I'll investigate the mine.
Destroying the Red Templars' source of lyrium will be a loss Samson won't soon forget.
I thought I was coming into hang on. That's not the quest I thought it was. I thought that was... Oh, Jesus! I haven't done Here Lies the Abyss yet. Well. I should do that soon. Kaer Oswin, that's the one. Kaer Brannock is in, Crestwood. Okay. I should go talk to Dorian while I'm here, actually, because this keeps hovering on my map. Powerful Rift. I should also talk to Vivian. Okay. So I lied. I have a couple more people to talk to. Then we go to Verschelle. Then we go to Kaer Oswin. And then if I have time, I can run around and kill a couple of Venatori with Dorian. But first... Is that where I want to be? Yes. Dorian! I found your thing, and I thought I talked to you about it already.
Could I adore you more? Probably not.
Oh, thanks. I don't... I talked to the guy already. Why is this...
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it. Probably why they come up with so many
is this a
ridiculous
glitchy...
tales. Flying
Just a
cows over
glitchy
Manathas.
playthrough, because I
What's
couldn't
madness?
get
All right,
service...
that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have
Crassius service
I digress.
out from...
Anything in particular you wanted to know?
Sure, whatever the hell.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter
The Western
history.
approach.
He was a magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil
Okay,
War had
well,
ended,
apparently I
the
can't talk to
Magisterium was
Dorian
united,
about
its
his
armies were
birthright that I
scooping
got
up
back
bits
for
of
him.
Thetis like candy.
I
The
thought I had
Magisters
already
who
had that
entered the Black
conversation with
City,
him. I wonder
it
why
was a
this is still on
demonstration
the...
of how exceptional Tevinter had become. But who
in
were
the journal.
No one knows. There's no record of
Weird.
a magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out.
Slightly
There are
glitchy. What else is
Today,
new?
people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believe.
And honestly, I'll take this kind of glitch.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is, if he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women...
Dorian, I love you, but right now, you're talking too much for me. I'm not awake enough for this.
According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
I'm not doing that right now. We're gonna
That's all I wanted to know.
talk to you later. Unless... You know what? I'm gonna check the suggestive option, because this may be the end of that quest, because we haven't gone back to the bedroom after I gave him back his birthright amulet thing, so
I need
I
to
don't know.
talk to you.
Could at least bring me wine. Loosens the tongue, so to speak.
Goodness. Oh god, is that why? That's terrifying. Okay.
I thought we could discuss what happens after.
Goodness.
Ah, yes. After. Dreadful thing, after.
It is.
Let's see. Assuming one or both of us aren't slaughtered along the way, what do you wish to happen?
Is
We
this
could
how
go
I
our
get this
separate
off my
ways if you prefer.
journal?
I've been a port in a storm before. I would understand.
That is such a loaded sentence. If you prefer. I've been a port in a storm before. I would understand. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna be obviously emotional and God.
Are you saying this because that's what you want?
You're the Inquisitor. You're the one with responsibilities.
Yes,
I
and
am but an
relationships go
adornment
both ways.
upon your arm.
Lord. I am but an adornment on your arm. Oh man, that's a differently loaded sentence, because I know what happens later. Alright. Oh god. Alien, get me back to this line after Trespasser. Oh my god. I am but an adornment on your arm. Oh god, I'm in pain. Okay. Okay.
You know you're more than that to me.
You're very sentimental for someone who's killed as many people as you have.
Excuse
Bring
me.
it out in me.
Sweet maker. Next you'll be making calf eyes at puppies.
He says that like he doesn't
Don't know
already
what the future
make
holds
calf eyes at puppies.
for us or anything. That's what
Adornment. Yes, specifically an adornment on your arm.
when this is
That's
over,
alright. That's...
I'd like to
Oh,
talk about
God.
it more, if you would.
Okay. But I don't think that did anything for the journal. I think... It definitely didn't. Why is it broken? Do I need to go back to my Inquisitor's quarters? Why is this broken? Yeah. Preemptive, well, you know, preemptive feels to a point, because it's... My brain is making unfair puns, is what's going on here. I'm gonna talk to Vivienne before I forget to do that. Good lord, where is the door? Right, I forgot! I haven't set up the garden. I'll do that. Oh no, maybe I have, because that says plant new seed. I have set up the garden. Okay. But that means I can grow the stuff that I need. I don't remember what I need. I know I need Arbor Blessing. Emerald of Vein, I think. So let's do Emerald of Vein there. Arbor Blessing there. Yeah, that's good. So that means that later I can come here and get those, and I will have Fairbanks!
Just handed some intelligence to the spy master.
So you're still getting intelligence from your people, even though they know you're a noble now, huh? Interesting. Okay. This is the problem with trying to talk to Vivienne. I forget where the stairs are. That's down. So that means that her stairs must be over here, maybe? No. Yes. Yes, okay. Lord. Black Lotus? Yeah, Skyhold is definitely a maze.
Bastian is dead.
I have
I
this
can hardly believe
weird,
it was the winter send
like,
ball. My first visit to the Imperial
I can find
Palace.
just about
sent a dozen
anything
of us to
in a way
entertain
that
the nobility.
you
I was
kind
in
of are
awe
not supposed to.
everyone and everything,
And then I forget
then
where
our
the
eyes
stairs
met.
are to get to
Bastian
characters
spent the
that I'm
entire
not
ball
really
at
a
my
fan of
side.
because I don't visit them constantly
The
and
Dowager tried to have me
exhaust
killed
all of
for
the things that
slighting
you
her,
can
but
talk
he didn't
about.
care.
And I don't really like Vivienne. I wish I liked Vivienne. She's a great character, and she's really well written, and she's very interesting, and she's a bitch. Which, you know, also really adds to
Obviously he was smitten.
my
What did you think of
opinion
him?
of
He
the
was a dashing
writing,
rogue,
because
and any defects
she is
he
a
might have had
completely
were made up for
believable
with
character, and
rank
she's a
and
great
importance.
character. I just can't stand
It
her.
was a more innocent time, I suppose. Now he's
She's
gone,
a
and
love-to-hate
I-
character.
I must write to his son Laurent, and his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the
If like
transfer
Solus is a hate
services.
love character for
Maker
reasons
only
which will
knows how
become
long that
obvious
will
later.
take.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Vivienne.
You're too kind. I'll mend. Excuse me, I have so much to do.
Right, so I probably can't talk to you about the book right now, can I? Because I finished that book mission.
Did you need something, darling?
Oh, I can!
Your lost books have been found.
I never doubted you, darling. You always get results.
Don't you bullshit me. The last time I did something nice for you, you called it uncharacteristically generous. This is what I mean. She's a bitch. Okay. Talk to Dorian. Talk to Vivienne. Gonna check and see if Dorian's, like, waiting in my Inquisitor's quarters for that thing to get out of the journal. And if he's not, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go to Rochelle. We're gonna deal with the thing that Sarah wanted us to do. Ugh. Okay. Because I think the only time he's just waiting for you in your quarters is when you first start the romance and he's like extremely naked by the end of the cutscene. Yeah, no, there's no Dorian up here. Okay. Yeah, and that's a really good analogy too, Bakugo, because I God, I hated him at first. I hated him so much, but he grew on me a lot, and I'm really mad that he grew on me because I don't want to like him, but I understand why someone else would hate him because first of all, I did not want to like him, but you know. Vivienne is exactly that type of character because she's like I totally understand why someone else would appreciate her character. She's a really, really well done character. But oh my god, I hate her so much. But yeah, Bakugo is a really good comparison because the main difference between Vivienne and Bakugo is, you know, Vivienne is extremely proper and all of this other shit, and usually I really like that kind of character too. So it's literally just it's just her. And I think part of it is because like the first time I went to talk to her character in my first playthrough, so also with Ilari, she makes some nasty comment about elves and I went, "Oh great, they made the black character racist. Fuck your fantasy racism. Why did you do that? I'm leaving." And I just never talked to her again for the rest of the game. Not never, because I think I got that the character quest with the books, but I didn't get the one with her and Bastien. Oh yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely allowed to have faves and unfaves. Faves and least faves, however you wanna say that. I want to like Vivienne, but oh, this was not where I thought I was going. Shit. Hang on. Hang on. That's... Oh, I fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna go back and load that save again, because I think if I leave that in my journal, it's gonna fuck up the quest later. I probably have to go talk to Sarah about Vershel before I go to Vershel. That would make sense. God, I love that temple, though. Okay, so, plan. Gonna do the Vershel March, gonna go to Kaer Oswin, and then if I have time, I will go do the Lost Temple of Dirthamen, which is where I just was because I clicked on the wrong thing. If I have time, and also if I can not hurt myself. Okay. The Vershel March. Yeah, talk to Sarah. That's why. Okay. But yeah, I sustained an injury to my elbow last night, and of course it's my dominant hand. So, my dominant hand, which is also, you know, where all of the buttons are to do shit in video games. So, I'm kind of trying to make sure I don't worsen that at the moment. I'll be fine, but it's not comfy. Okay. Easiest way to get to Sarah is probably just to fast travel down here and then hike up the stairs. I'm also extremely familiar with all of the fast travel points because I'm impatient. Oh. Read. Take back the sky, a tavern cheer. I'm good. Oh, I should talk to Krem. Y'all went to Haven, right? Certain companions are already growing on you, and if you ever had the time to play, you'd prioritize them just to hear their lines. Yes! That is exactly how I feel about
think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
all of these characters. Like,
nobles didn't like how things ended at
the entire reason I've been taking Blackwell everywhere, who I also don't like, is because of the fact that I haven't taken him anywhere before, and I don't think that Ilari would necessarily have the opinion of him that I have. The first playthrough, when I was playing Ilari the first time,
certainly. What can I tell you?
Oh, hang on. Krem's got story time. Hang on.
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
Had one noble whose rival had been told by a fortune teller that her death would come on feathered wings. The noble sent us after the rival. Not assassination, legal and everything, but we had to wear feathers. We sewed them into shirts over our armor. Should have seen the chief, all feathered up like the cock of the walk. Ended up retreating after all that. The rival choked to death a year later on a chicken bone.
I love that one. I love most of Krem's stories. Okay, but I started to say, Blackwell. The entire reason I didn't have Blackwell, like, my first playthrough, just, I was prioritizing, and, you know, it's my party. I'm really not good at balancing parties, but I had Dorian and generally Cassandra with me all the time, and sometimes Bull, and Sarah.
Was good pay for you, Inquisitor.
And that was my
see if my
party.
friends came through too. Got a location for a stash.
And like Sarah
Hope
wasn't
there's
even
something
one
nice
of my
in my
favorites
trouble.
yet.
Well, your trouble.
But I was like,
Just let me know when
yeah,
you're ready to
she's
head out.
one of
Be
the
sure to bring your
rogues,
empty pockets.
and I should have another rogue in my party because I haven't figured out the game yet. And I should have a ranged
Who's
rogue in
putting
my
up the
party because
reward
I'm playing a melee rogue. So sorry, Cole.
Sometimes it's past the hat. Sometimes
And
it's,
then
I lifted this from Master's
I
vault.
took Varric to a lot of places, but eventually
Doctor,
Sarah
time to
just
get what we're
ends up
owed.
with better weapons than Bianca if you're going by
I'm ready if you
damage.
Always, yeah.
So I
My
started
favorite
taking
part.
Sarah instead of Varric.
Let's go see what friends can get us.
I hadn't figured her out yet, though, admittedly. You'd end up with an all-rogue party and be dying all over. I honestly, with Sarah and Varric in one party, it would probably be fun, but Sarah, Varric, and Cole sounds like a disaster for many reasons. Maybe that's what I should try to focus on during my next play. Maybe when I'm streaming Rebellion, I should just try and do, like, weird party dynamics that I would never do. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with him yet. I know he's going to be a Rift Mage, but beyond that, I have no idea what I'm doing with Robin. But while I'm actually streaming, I want to mention. I think I said this right at the beginning of the stream before you figured out your Twitch stuff. But so words. My one of my housemates is gonna be home a lot more because it's summer. So I'm gonna
Wait, this is weird.
try and talk to them and make sure
I was expecting a village or something.
that I can
The people that leave me
still
stuff don't trek
stream
out to places
at my
like
normal
this.
times, but it may
Give
end up
me
happening a
city
little
and I'll
bit
give
less
you a
for the
tour,
next
but
couple of
surprise,
months.
surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins.
I'm gonna try real hard,
What's that?
but we'll see.
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Great!
Right, things have gone sour. As they do.
No, it has to go
As
right or he'll
do.
kill me for the marching. It wasn't my fault.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vachel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
And... yeah. It's gone extremely sour. Sorry. Have some trouble. I don't want to deal with y'all. There we go. Ouch. I don't think that was my trap that just went off. That was, more violent.
Whoa, oh, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
But it's not
Believe
business.
this pissbag. He started it.
Not business.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond.
You're a
I
dick.
do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You're a dick.
Well, say your piece.
Of course. No more rash mistakes. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red Jennies.
Nah.
Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you
Foreign.
are a social peer.
Excuse you.
I attacked them on behalf of us both.
The Dalish are
biscuits?
endemic to the area you're standing in. Fuck off.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't
Though,
want to
no,
be
Vishel's
your
in Orlais,
enemy.
maybe not.
I'm barely invested in being heard.
How far are we from
If you are
the
willing
Exalted
to
Plains, I
recognize
wonder?
an opportunity, we could be exceptional
And or the
partners.
Emerald Graves. Because those are both in Orlais. So the thing about this particular, yes, kill him is the correct answer. The thing about this particular situation is there are 4 questions here. You can ask him, I think, 2 before Sarah starts getting pissy, which is fair because what was going on in Vershel is a reasonable question. You killed innocent contacts is a reasonable. It's not a question, but it's a reasonable statement. What can you commit to us, and what do you expect in return? Sounds like you're trying to work with him, and it's not worth doing. So I'm going to ask the 2 questions, and then I'm going to let Sarah kill him.
You were up to something in Vershel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
Fuck you!
By getting people hurt.
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
I'll give her 1. I don't need to. You killed innocent contact. He knows. Fuck it. Just go. I love that.
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag, piss face. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal,
Sarah!
rock piece of.
Sarah!
What?
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day.
Doesn't take much. Yeah, so that's Sarah. That's my that's part of the reason I like Sarah, first of all, because she actually gets the you live vicariously through Sarah, and you go, this is Jeff Bezos, or however the fuck he pronounces his last name. And or, pick some fucking billionaire that's ruining the planet for the rest of us. Except she gets to actually do that. So, we live vicariously through Sarah. You wanna treat everybody like shit because you think you can because you're rich as fuck? Fine. Sarah will take out your
Hey,
face.
you. Know what? Thanks. Felt good to stomp the smile off that pisshead's face. It doesn't go bad like that often, yeah? But when it does, they deserve it.
Risky, but keep it within the Inquisition and I'll support you.
Even though this puckered around us?
Even so.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
For several reasons, I'm sure.
We'll have some differences, but I want to be one of your friends.
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. But all right, Inquisitor. You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Besides the whole Cockney accent thing, I feel like Sarah is the most relatable character in this game because she does shit like that, and also nobody understands her at first, which is so relatable for me because I say things and people misunderstand me so much. Also, she's nuts. It's great.
So
I
we're
love her.
attacking wardens now. That's pissing great.
Yeah, no, her room, like, she is the definition of a magpie. Like, all of the stuff that she has is just, it's random stuff, and it's all windows, and it's super, super tiny. I would be so claustrophobic in there, but also, it looks so comfy. I love her room. Like, it's amazing.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street or in local tavern.
Oh, hardy ha. All
I love
funny.
how awkward they
It's
make that
complicated.
sound.
I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
Yes, the sass is one of the best parts of Inquisition, to be frank. Oh yeah, so don't ever say it's nice knowing other elves to Sarah because she gets all offended. Like, the funniest thing to me about all of this shit is,
You're
like,
skilled. Who taught you how to use a
there
bow?
are
No one.
two
Seems unlikely.
non-player
What? I picked it
companion
up in
elves
there.
in the Inquisition,
Mostly it just makes
Sarah
sense.
and Solus.
It's not like that for
Neither
you.
one of them has any identification with the elves, because Sarah is from the city. She wasn't raised in a Dalish clan, and she has no respect for Dalish traditions, which, okay, they're kind of elitist, so, you know, whatever. They wanna keep their society closed, that's fine. Don't be a dick to the city elves, except they always are. So, she has no connection to them. Solus is a solitary wanderer that was never in a clan. So he's not Dalish either. Yeah, Solus is Solus. That's the way to do it.
Oh, certainly.
That's the way to say it.
Not a day's effort for the naturally
So,
gifted like us.
you know,
It's not like that.
and those are the two elves in the Inquisition.
Not like Cullen and his pet.
So
I mean,
yes, Solus
then
is
you
Egg.
don't. Is it that hard to
Solus
see
is
when
Bad
it's
Egg
Well, it's not like that
because
for
of
other elves.
spoilers.
I know that.
wrong?
God.
Most
He's a
I know
great
can
character.
find
I
an
love
arrow
him.
Sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
Talk to you later.
If you say so.
She's great. I love Sarah. She's fun. Okay. So, that's Sarah done. Next, Caer Oswin. Which means we need Cassandra. She's automatically in the party. I seriously doubt I'm going to need a heal at all ever. So, Solus can stay here for a while. Ooh, maybe I'd bring Vivienne. She's wonderful to listen to. I can have a lady party. Yeah. Okay. Go with that. IDK, if I'd romance Sarah, but I'd definitely explore the rest of her quests. Honestly, is way more fun when she has been romanced. First of all, she's a lesbian, so if you're gonna romance Sarah, jot that down. But she is so much funnier when she's head over heels for your Inquisitor. It is great. Also, I gave her a Kunari girlfriend because she gets super, super worked up about the Kunari. So, it's wonderful. It was a good decision. I regret nothing. Like, I liked Sarah before I made her a girlfriend,
Odd that the trail should
but
lead us here. Ban Loren is
I
a pious,
really, really
unassuming
love her
man.
since then.
What has he become involved in?
She's so fun.
He's involved in crazy. Just like everyone else these days.
Truer words have never been spoken. Let's see what lies within.
Let's get the loot up here first, then we will see what lies within. Alright, let's go. My over-leveled party, as usual. Let's go! How does Cassandra still have guard? Also, I need to level her, apparently. And Vivienne. Okay. Okay. What do we want here? Ooh, disruption field. Yes. I have to level everybody. I have not been paying attention. Alright, we upgraded that one. She barely uses Flask of Frost. I don't know if she uses Flask of Fire, because that's not something that really affects how she looks. Let's go no cooldown. IDK if I'd romance anyone, but I'm getting some idea or two. Yeah. I didn't plan to romance anyone initially, and then I met all the characters and went, well, I guess I'm doing this. The only character that you are able to romance that I haven't is Blackwall, because no, not into the concept of a bear. I'm good. Also, like, no. Like, he's straight, so don't take bear the wrong way. I just mean his appearance with that one. But he's apparently, like, extremely into your Inquisitor, like, in a way that has creeped me out in past games with, for example, Anders. That was a mistake that I made once. And also he's straight, and he just... I don't like him in the first place, but also the concept of a... I think you can only romance him as an elf or a human. Like a few other characters. But so if you have that, I'm just... all I can think of is this one small Inquisitor with this bearded bear of a man, and I'm just, no. Can't do it. No thanks. Not my... Whoa! I think I just... Okay. Just glitched through the wall for a second there. But yeah, I'm, extremely not into it. So, I haven't romanced Blackwall. But the rest of the romanceable characters I have. I romanced Sarah with my Kunari. I romanced Dorian with like 3 characters because I'm weak. And he's really charming and adorable and I love him. I romanced Cullen with the one human that I've...
The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs
romanced
about
Solus with one of my elves.
They've hounded us for centuries.
My one female elf.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe
Bull
they
with my
are
dwarf,
seekers,
because
the only right
I was like, I haven't played a dwarf Inquisitor
They
yet.
say
Oh
we
god, I
robbed
guess
their
I'm gonna
powers
play
long
like the
ago,
purest,
preventing them from ending
adorable
the world.
dwarf ever.
Ending the world?
The
And
only
then
way to
Bull made a
truly
comment about
eradicate
redheads.
evil in
And
their
I was
eyes,
like, I'm playing a
the
redhead, guess I'm
world will
romancing
be
Bull.
reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers
Let's...
dealt
Who
with
did I
it?
skip?
We have, many times. They simply reappear
Ilarion
after a
romance
time
Dorian,
like weeds.
Ozzy romance
Nobody knows
Solus.
how.
Then...
Cultists? Why am I not surprised?
This explains
I'm trying
why
to remember the
Seekers
order
might
in which
be
I played
here,
my Inquisitors,
but
and I
not
can't.
the connection to Corypheus.
I think after that I played... Ravanian, maybe? I can't think and play at the same time. Okay. So, 5 elves, a dwarf, a Kunari, a human. And I think... So the 5 elves romanced Dorian twice. Solus. Cassandra, which was adorable, by the way. She wants to be wooed. It's great. And Josephine. And then my Kunari romanced Sarah. And who else? My dwarf romanced Bull. And my human romanced Cullen. There we go. So, of the 8 options, I have played 8 characters and 7 romance options. So that's about right.
A seeker.
Does the redheadedness actually count towards Bull's affection stat?
The
No,
promises
it
will
doesn't.
pay
It
for
doesn't
this.
matter. It's just, it's one of those like, I that I romance character. And I also joke that I make friends in real life by accident, but, you know. But so, he makes a comment, and it's about Leliana, but he makes a comment about, I've always had a weakness for redheads, and I just went, well, guess I'm romancing Bull. It doesn't affect anything. Also, the, technically the affection stat isn't separate from approval, so as long as you have approval positive enough to be considered a friend to the character, you can also romance them. And then after a certain point, I think you're able to sleep with them or whatever. I haven't actually paid attention to what the stats have to be because I'm playing on a PS4 and you don't actually see that. They showed you in, for example, Origins and Dragon Age 2, you had like an approval bar in the character file in your game. But this one doesn't show you that. Or at least if it does, I don't know where. It would take someone like me to know this game inside and out and miss something like that, though, so it's entirely possible that it's there and I've just missed it.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, Commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
So Corypheus sold the Seekers to these cultists?
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange.
It is strange.
Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
This lore is... This mission seems very important to me, to the lore of the world, and how this game functions, and I feel so bad for people that just miss this, because this is one of the ones that is dependent on you having a relatively high approval stat with Cassandra.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Also, this is one of the only, like, one of the times you see Cassandra the most emotional, for good reason, because of what she just said. Oh yeah, wait for this one. So, the Seekers of Truth, which are the order that Cassandra is a part of, are basically the I don't want to say they're higher ranked Templars, because that implies that they had to be Templars first. They were not. They're like the antithesis to a Templar. What they do is basically they take all of the Templar abilities, which is why technically Cassandra's specialization is a Templar in the menu when you're upgrading her abilities and shit. All of those are Templar abilities. But the Seekers do that without lyrium. So she never had the problems that Cullen had with lyrium because she never took lyrium to gain her abilities. Templars take lyrium to have pseudo-magical ability to use against mages. Seekers do not take lyrium, but they are able to access those abilities through, Cassandra says, a vigil, which will make more sense later. There probably is a D&D analog. The way Cassandra explains it before this mission, it sounds a little bit like a paladin. A little bit. Favored soul. I'm not super familiar with that one. It's possible. But hold that thought, because it gets better / worse. And I will explain what... Yes, yes, Templars, I wouldn't give you Cleric just because they're supposed to be tanks. The Templars are specifically, I'm going to use the Lyrium rather than, you know, pick a god from D&D. But it's specifically, they're going to use the Lyrium to access abilities that mages have. And the Lyrium is basically magic. They are taking magic in liquid form so that they can do all of this shit and keep mages under thumb. Just because that's how this world was put together. They're not the bad guys, except that they're the bad guys. Favorite Soul is like a divine-powered sorcerer, just has power without taking oaths or being devoted. Yeah, that is a really accurate analogy, Ben. The D&D gameplay is based on a lot of tabletops and D&D specifically, so that may be where the writers got the idea. I don't know for sure, but yeah, the fact that the Templars, if you wanna make the analogy that the Lyrium is the quote unquote god for the Templars, it is. I'm saying liquid magic because they take it in liquid form, but it has to be refined from an ore that dwarves will. They have the ability to mine. So if you hear characters talking about mining lyrium, that's why. So the dwarves mine lyrium because they're resistant to it and also incapable of casting spells or being mages at all. So they're resistant to raw lyrium and also the effects of magic. So they mine the lyrium gets refined into lyrium potions, Templars take lyrium to get these abilities, mages take lyrium to refresh their mana. So basically, that's actually a better way to think about it. They're getting a mana stat from the lyrium potions. It's not like they're not necessarily taking liquid magic, except that they wouldn't have magic ability if they didn't take the lyrium potions. So they're getting a mana stat so that they can use these weird abilities. And most of them are like magic disruption type abilities. So that's Templars. Hold that thought, because this gets real sad.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
The Promisers will pay for what they've done.
No. The Lord Seeker.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in Val Royeaux. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him.
It gets worse.
It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it.
This is slightly different if you side with the Templars
demon
rather than
take
the mages,
command,
because you know that the Lord
Same
Seeker was
here.
replaced by an Envy Demon. Because you fight the Envy Demon. It is... It's... That whole thing, I've only done it once. It was like a friggin' suspense horror movie. It was terrifying, and I loved every second of it.
Cassandra.
Now is not the time for sympathy.
Wait.
But that's all he knows.
Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
The Mage Templar
You know
War.
me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome.
I also really
He was
like the
my
way they
apprentice.
faded to black there.
I
I
have
think
never
that was
known a finer
a really
young
good
man.
choice.
Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
Yeah, we do. Let's go. Oh, God. Okay, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm fine. It's fine. That always gets me. Let's go kill the Lord Seeker because he's a dick. And literally just wanted to ruin the Seekers because, I guess? Because fuck the world, according to him. Oh, I looked up if brass knuckles are technically legal. Because of course that's where my brain went. I used my favorite ability. And I'm like, oh yeah. I love Shadow Strike. It's great. But again, there's those brass knuckles. Yeah, so Cassandra just had to kill her apprentice. And I have a lot of feelings. And like I said, I think the fade to black there was really a really good narrative choice because it removes the shock value without taking away from the gravity of the scene.
Lord
I think it was a really good choice.
Lucius.
Cassandra, with a man I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
And you're the man who betrayed his own order.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And
I love
we
his voice.
became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi. A war that will see no end.
I agree with you. That is the one thing that I have never done here, and I forget that it's an option. But you are able to play effectively an evil Inquisitor if you can bear to make those choices, and I can't.
And aiding Corypheus is supposed to help.
Corypheus is a monster with limited ambition.
And your ambition is so much greater.
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra.
Pay attention.
We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
And this was the right thing.
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's
An interesting
will.
perspective, you say. This is effectively what a lot of anytime you hear someone seriously talking about the rapture from a Christian perspective, that is basically what they think. The world needs to end because we fucked it up and now we need to start over. And, you know, anybody who isn't on our side with this is gonna end up in hell and we're gonna be yada yada something promised land. Thus, the Promisers.
He was insane. He had to be. The influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
If so, the plan worked perfectly.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
Yeah, seeing you say it's interesting they called it out. That is, Dragon Age is not, like, they don't pull very many punches on stuff like that. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, this is just kinda, wait, am I going backwards? I'm going backwards. I fucked up. There we go. That's the door. They don't shy away from being like, yeah, so this is bullshit and happens in the real world. They don't shy away from that stuff. That's part of the reason I love Dragon Age so much. It is very, I mean, obviously all of it is kind of indirect because, you know, Christians don't exist, but Andrastians exist. All of that shit, they're not gonna shy away from being like, yo, so this is bullshit. Most of it is indirect, and then you get things like Dorian, who is a canonically gay character who his father tried to magic him straight, and he only got away because he found out about it. Because blood magic. That's pretty direct. They just added the magic because they can. Because how do you make something as heinous as it is in real life in a fantasy world where people don't know necessarily what they're gonna be playing with? Because, you know, some non-queer people do not often have that kind of reaction. It's not a thing. You don't get that from your own fucking family. But some of us know how that feels. So they went, how do we make this real for everyone? Blood magic. Yeah. Now this. Hold that thought. I will read that in a second. Please pay attention to this cutscene. It is so important.
This tome has passed from Lord Seeker to Lord Seeker since the time of the old Inquisition. And now it falls to me.
You all right? You look drained.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is?
I do.
The last resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on those who cannot control their abilities, but that has not always been the case.
Deprived of all emotion? That sounds...
I always thought it a necessary evil. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed.
This is the first time you hear about
that. The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up. Harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge. The shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite. From the beginning.
The Rite of Tranquility will not be new to people who have played Dragon Age before, but the fact that you can reverse it. Nobody knew this before this.
Why keep that knowledge a secret?
We created the Rite of Tranquility. To become a Seeker, I spent months in a vigil, emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil, and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke tranquility, and gave me my abilities. The Seekers did not share that secret. Not with me, not with the Chantry, not even with... There's more. Lucius was not wrong about the Order. I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours. Now I'm not certain it deserves to be rebuilt.
A crisis of faith, literally.
You said there was more in the book.
At some point, power becomes its own master. We cast aside ideals in favor of expedience, and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen to us, Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
No. We're nothing like the Seekers.
I wonder how much we resemble what they used to be.
What they used to be, certain.
I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken.
I do not think the Seekers have been doing the Maker's work. Not truly. Perhaps we believed it once. The original Inquisition came to be during a terrible time. But now, we harbored secrets and let them fester. We acted to survive, but not to serve. That is not the Maker's work.
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book, no more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
You keep saying that, but what is the Maker's work?
There is no way to know for certain. That is why we must seek it out. Perhaps we lost our way because we stopped looking.
Rebuild the Seekers. Make them better than they were.
This is why I love Cassandra.
Thank you. I could not have done this on my own.
You totally could have. I literally just encouraged you a little bit, and went with you, and supported you, which I suppose is a lot. Also, while we're in this in the armory upstairs, I want to point out, if you go up this other set of stairs, you find a bedroll. Cassandra sleeps in the fucking armory. And also she has a lovely little window right over here. But she sleeps in the fucking armory. This is why you find her outside the armory all the time. She sleeps there. And, like, it took me 2 or 3 playthroughs, no, more than that. It took me several playthroughs to figure out that's why you see her. Like, you go out here, you take a right, you go around to where she's always practicing. She sleeps in the fucking armory. Okay, so, your comment. As I understood it, Christians get a cop-out because if they're already saved, they get raptured and get to skip the whole tribulations and let the rest of the world suffer. But hey, we're safe, so who cares? That is, yeah, that's exactly the view of the people that believe in that particular part of it. Which is part of the reason I don't find even all of the rapture jokes from 2012 when, you know, everybody was pretending the world was going to end. I didn't find those funny. But anyway. Also, pro tip, if Cassandra's just standing there and not moving at all, she wants to talk to you. Or she at least has something to say. Ah! This is a fun cutscene, though. This is much different than what we were just doing. Much less emotional.
Ah! I don't know what you're talking about.
The book in your hand.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
Cullen writes books now?
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain.
Yes.
It's a book.
It's the romance novels.
It's one of Varek's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
Also, wait, because I love this so much.
So you like to read? What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's just her favorite.
This.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
I've read books like that.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varek.
I love that this is one of your flirt options. I should read it. I'm not gonna flirt with Cassandra because I can't, but...
Why not? I think Varek would be pleased to have another fan.
Pleased? Yes, that's one word for it. They're terrible. And magnificent. And This one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be.
This is another reason I love
Pretend
Cassandra.
you don't know this about me.
I love that line! I also love that she, like, looks around before she sits down to make sure that nobody else is going to come over and interrupt her. Pretend you don't know this about me. So now we have to go, like, run as fast as we can to go talk to Varric. Okay, I am equal parts Dorian and how my Inquisitor just responded. You don't have to be guilty about enjoying things which are not highbrow literature. I don't care. Like, it's not worth teasing people about. Except also, I'm probably not going to read them, and I may rag on the writing if I personally read it. But you have nothing to be ashamed of if you enjoy weird shit like that. And I don't want to say weird shit because it's not weird in general. It's just not something that I like. Like, there's no reason to feel guilty about it. But also, if about it, I am absolutely going to tease you. Just realize that I'm not serious.
So, you've been hanging out with Three Eyes? He does good work. Nothing compared to Bianca, though.
I feel like I talked to you about this already.
I take it you know each other?
Acquainted. I wouldn't call us drinking buddies or anything. Guy's got weird priorities. Frankly, I think he's jealous of Bianca. Poor sod.
I have to, like, on the one hand, my Inquisitor will absolutely stick with traps, but on the other hand...
He told me that Bianca is a vanity piece.
That's the envy talking. Bianca is a masterpiece. Three Eyes isn't enough of a craftsman to build anything like her.
I mean, okay. So...
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the
also, tall is relative.
Serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written.
He admits it.
The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
Done.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
And since this is a minor side quest and not a major character quest, I can just run up and give it to her now. So we're gonna run back and give Cassandra the book that Varric just magicked into existence through the video game. Yeah, I don't know. Something. Words. I was going somewhere with that sentence. It ran away from me.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm
She
not
flips
a
the table
child,
if you don't
Varric.
stop her.
Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
I forget if none other, or I hoped you'd like it, gets you any weird approval changes, but another Inquisitor has said none other but Ilaris, this guy.
I was hoping you'd be happy about it.
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
She wants to be a beta reader.
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Cassandra greatly approves.
Thank you.
Enjoy your book. Also, no, thank you. That I think nets you a minor disapproval, but again, this is not the Inquisitor that would say that. I have other ones that would.
The one you should be thanking.
And have.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
He's such a
I
snarky
wonder
bastard.
if I have time to read the first part.
But don't forget to tell all your friends.
She's so excited.
If you have any.
Rude. I'm her friend.
Completely worth it.
There's this one author with 3 pen names, holy cow, writing a semi-connected universe in past, modern, future times with paranormal sci-fi elements and psychic powers, and the writing is predictable and the world building is shallow but still good. You know what? Enjoy your books. That is fine. Like, bad writing does not mean not enjoyable. Some of like, think about all of the really, really badly written characters that we just love anyway because they're there. Like,
Inquisitor, come
oh right,
have a drink.
The dragon conversation.
To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
So, in case you weren't sure, I'm pretty sure Bull was pre-gaming before you came over to drink with him. Just saying. He's like, okay, sure, why not? Also, the mug's bigger than his head.
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too.
I love this.
What does it mean?
Oh,
Bull is so weird.
Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
So, Bull's an adrenaline junkie, surprising no one, and also possibly a furry, or no, I guess like scaly, right? Because we're talking about dragons. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, MH, you have unfortunately once again come in near the end of my stream, but I'm at least going to figure out what other character quests I have at the moment.
Yes, the second cup's easier.
You just
Most
missed
of the nerves
Bull
in your throat
talking
are
about getting
dead
turned
after
on by
the
dragons.
first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
He is so drunk.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben
love
Hasra
this.
have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamathrans control who we mate
Yeah,
with.
dragony.
They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses.
Not this bit.
What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago?
That.
Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
There are other conversations that you can have with Bull, where he says that, I forget what they were called, but the predecessors to Kunari didn't look the same as they look by the time you meet them in Inquisition, which would also explain their the fact that they hadn't figured out what they look like yet in Origins, because the one Kunari that you meet doesn't have horns. Sten. But anyway. Now I feel awkward.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
Yeah, absolutely. The game engine was probably not ready to give their characters horns, but at the same time, that I just mean that first of all, I'm not sure that they had decided that yet, because I believe the codex entry in Origins just talks about giant people. Like, the horns are not mentioned at all. I don't think they have decided to do that yet, but the conversation you can have later where he's like, Kunari didn't always look like this, also would kind of explain that in an in-universe sort of manner. So, yeah, exactly, Alien. It's a good in-game explanation for the discrepancy. So I remember what this one is. This one is, to fighting... Oh god, I forget exactly how he says it, but it's something like, to fighting big bad things and showing them that we're badder. And then I forget what to bringing order is because I've done it like once.
To whatever this is, and the hangover it's gonna give me tomorrow.
Anan.
Drink some water. You'll be less hungover. Have I watched Black Mirror? I have not. I hear it's a very bizarre, slightly uncanny horror kind of fantasy.
Inquisitor.
I love this guy.
The bartender. Cabin?
Just the bartender?
You were expecting...
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
Welcome to the tavern. I love this.
Where did you study? I assume you're trained.
In bartending? I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home.
An anthology series. I definitely almost read that as an analogy. And some episodes are better than others. That's fair.
The secret is ale.
You're a bit of a hard-ass. Why are you here?
If I could fight, I'd be in a helmet. If I was a mage, I'd throw fire. And probably be dead. But I can't do anything. Just like the hundreds of people who can't do anything. Who make sure the thousands who can do something can do it. Besides, if you know a safer place than your castle, do share.
How is morale?
What's the current mood?
Willful.
Willful. I like that answer. I don't think I've gotten that answer before. That means that does change over the course of the game. Oh, and then this is a direct reference to the previous games where when you go into a tavern or a bar or something, you can literally go in and be like, "Hey, know any rumors?" and get useful game information. And then there's this guy.
What's the word out there?
Quiet. Too quiet. No, wait. Just quiet enough.
He knows nothing.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Alright. So, that's the ones that I wanted to get done. I am absolutely not going to have time to do the Lost Temple of Dirthamen today. Yeah, like Skyrim. From what I hear, anyway. That's later. I can run around and kill some Venatori with Dorian. Oh, and actually, there's a rift I can close in the Hinterlands. So that sounds like a good plan. I will go close a rift in the Hinterlands, kill some Venatori, and then that's going to be it for today, I think. And then next time, most likely what I will do is I will try to I'll go for Here Lies the Abyss, which is the next main plot effing words. Yeah, I know. The player is dubbed, finally. They probably couldn't handle what they did in Inquisition with Origins, and then in 2 you've only got Hawk or Hawk. So that one got a little bit easier. Okay, so Venatori, Rift. There's Venatori down here. So let's do Venatori first. And then hold that thought because it's about to be loud in here because someone just got home. Hold that thought. This is your warning that I'm streaming. Streaming with a T. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Venatori. Also Solus, because we're going to be closing a rift. It would be smarter to do this a different way. Probably. Let's find out. Let's go kill some Venatori with Dorian. What is my streaming schedule? Extremely weird is what it is. I've been doing 10 a.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, except today I was late because I slept through my alarm, and 10 a.m. Eastern EST on Fridays when I can. My Tuesday streams are more regular and shorter. My Friday streams are a little tiny bit less regular, but they are also usually longer. But also it's summer, so I'm not totally positive what that could change. The easiest way to figure out if and when I'm streaming is probably to hit up my Twitter, which is the same username, but on Twitter it's artificerilari. No hyphen, no weird stuff. That's the easiest way to keep up to date on what I'm doing, but also things like Zeldathon and, you know, posting and whatnot. Can I get up this way? No, I cannot. Okay, I tried. I have to remember how to get up this hill. I don't remember how to get up this hill. Can I get up over here? Maybe. Oh, that way. That's the easy way. At least from this angle, from this direction. That's the easy way. Bidoo. There we go. With a horse. Yeah, honestly, unfortunately, trying to get up with a horse is not better. Alright. Let's go. Go away. What? Okay. I've heard that if you can't get somewhere, try it with a horse. That is unfortunately not the case with Inquisition. The horses are not programmed the same way, I suspect, because you end up going, oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna go ride my horse up this hill, and it goes, excuse you? Like, the horses are even pickier with what they will step on than your characters are. Because, you know, your characters get stuck on things, but they'll continue to try if you do that. The horse will be like, excuse you, no. So, Oh, god damn it. Now there's fucking Venatori. Oh no, Red Templars. I lied. Oh, no, Dorian did his necromancy thing.
Red Templar. Corypheus must have sent them here for some reason.
Have an excellent day at work, Alien. I'm almost done here. Anyway, so you're not gonna miss too much. Just a rift. And lots of background noise, apparently. Alright. Let's go! Oh man, it didn't work. Shit. Oh no! Alright, have a good one, MH. Like I said, you're not gonna miss much. I'm almost done here. Have an excellent afternoon, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Night, I assume. Morning? I don't know. Have a good one anyway. Alright. So. That's the Venatori. Ah, evening, right. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a different time zone because I know you're halfway around the world. I just can't remember which way the time zones go. So, I just realized I haven't saved this entire time, so, you know, we're gonna do that. Alright. And then we're gonna go up here, closed this one rift, which might be a challenge with 2 mages. Warrior. My melee rogue, but we'll see. I know it's a level 16 rift, so it shouldn't be too bad with a level 18 party, but we'll see. God damn it. Cool. That. Go! Die. Ah. Alright, Cassandra's got that one. Let's go! Go, go, go. Alright. Broken filter. Okay. You only get gold from Templars. That's disappointing. Gold or red lyrium sometimes. Oh, they killed a bear over here? Huh. Alright. Right, I gotta do a whole bunch of Skyhold upgrades while that's doing its thing. So it'll stop popping those up. Alright. I'm gonna save one more time. In case this goes south. You can hear the rift echoing. Alright. That one. You! Oh, of course I picked the greater terror that I can't see through the fucking rift. That was smart. Alright, whatever, it's fine. It's fine, I got this. I got this, guys. Let's go. Oh no, the other one was a greater terror too. I thought those were lesser terrors. Okay. Sure. That's fine. That also says level 18. So one of two things happened. Either I have found a rift with a mechanic that it's whatever level your party is, and I've only come here at level 16 before. Or because I'm playing on Nightmare mode, it decided that these are going to be the level that I am. And I don't know which one. So. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We got this. I got this. It's fine. And Cassandra's got guard for days. God damn it, what just happened? That doesn't even make sense. I didn't even take damage and I died. Something is super fucked with that mechanic, and I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Solus, how about resurrect the Inquisitor, please? That would be good. Over in the corner. Go! This is... something's wrong with that revive spell. Maybe it's just how it works on Nightmare mode, now that I say that. I don't even know. I'll have to know. And this time I might remember to look into if breastplates are legal in this game. Not that it has anything to do with anything besides the fact that I keep being reminded of it with that. Because there's that one, Sure. There we go. There's that one ability that my Inquisitor has, Shadow Strike, with the brass knuckles as the icon. Okay. Rift. Closed. Alright. So, it is 1 PM here. I have some stuff to do while I'm getting ready for work. I'm gonna get out of this cave, though, because if I don't get out of this cave slash ruin slash whatever, I'm gonna get stuck and lost the next time I try to open up my game. So I'm gonna at least get back into the hinterlands where I can see where I am. And then I'm gonna go... Come on. Go, 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 go. Out. Out of the cave. I hate caves. Alright. There we go. So. Saved. So I took care of most of the character quests. All of the longer character quests have been taken care of. That one I can't do yet, which means that I can't get to Blackwall's main character quest yet. One less Venatori. This is technically the short one for Dorian, but obviously there's one more on a different map, and I don't feel like doing that right now. The Magister's Birthright. Technically this is done, but it's just still in my journal because it's broken, I guess. That is going to be something that I can do on basically any map because there's fucking Primeval Red Lyrium everywhere. And Before the Dawn is going to be something that I do later also because Emprise de Lyon is a higher level map. It is one of the next ones that I have, but I got plot shit to do first. So, my plan for my next stream hopefully is going to be Friday. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go into Here Lies the Abyss, which is the main plot quest continuance. We're going to the Fade on Friday. Just in case, though, definitely hit up my Twitter, because things are getting weird because it's summer, in case you couldn't tell by the background noise. So hopefully I will be able to stream on Friday. It will still be around 10 a.m. EST, hopefully. If not, hit up my Twitter, and I will at least be able to be like, not today, guys, or yeah, I'm doing this, but later. So, barring disaster, I will see everybody on Friday. I hope everyone has an excellent afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is where you are. And I will see y'all later. Have an excellent, excellent day. That was not the button that I wanted to press. Why can I not find the button? That button. Wow. I'm still not awake. Have a good one, guys. I'm out.